I ain't gonna hold y'all up that much longer. What is good? I ain't gonna hold y'all up that much longer, man. I'm back though. I've been waiting patiently to get back to what I do best, and this is what I do best. Woo! Coronavirus and canceled all sports 2020. But that ain't gonna stop the NFL from doing what the NFL do best, and that's produce something. I think the coronavirus, honestly, I think the coronavirus is a hoax or whatever. I mean, I just, shit, I can't buy it right now. It's not buyable. But I'm not gonna talk about that. Damn that. Let's talk NFL free agency because it's heating up. It looked good. I think I'm kind of loud on the mic. Let me make sure. Kind of get it down a little bit. Get it down. Peaking bad. Peaking bad. But yeah, what's good, everybody? Free agency is heating up. Heating up. Big time trades going on for draft picks. Big time releases. Big time pick me ups, lay me downs, all that good stuff. And I do think, and I'm gonna get to it later on, but I do think the Miami Dolphins will be a competitor next year. That is I don't get me wrong, it's still early. The draft ain't even happened yet, but I still think the Miami Dolphins will be a playoff team next year. You got comments, likes, subscribes, all that good stuff. Drop it in my Dropbox or drop it in the box at the bottom. You feel me? So we can get right to it. But let's jump right on into the biggest topic of the day. DeAndre Hopkins to Arizona in return for David Johnson in the second round pick. Honestly, I think the Texans could have got more for him. I don't think, and taking on David Johnson's big contract, I think he had like 3 years left on the deal, probably about a cool, I think he was supposed to get 15 mil this year, and no, 15 mil this year and 13 mil next year. I think you went too far with that. I don't think David Johnson was the answer because Carlos Hyde just had a breakout year last year, and Lamar Miller tore his ACL, so that was the point of them picking up Carlos Hyde. And then they still got Duke Johnson on the roster too. So like bringing in David Johnson when Lamar Miller has been your man since you drafted him or whatnot. So like, that's kind of tough. But David Johnson also had back problems too. Like, I mean, I understand that you feel that you can rehab him and get him right and all that stuff like that. But I mean, he had a decent year last year. Don't get me wrong, a decent year, but you could have got more for DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, we're talking about a Pro Bowl wide receiver, top 5 wide receivers in the league today, and you traded him for a busted running back and a second round draft pick. I would have went out to their checkbook. I mean, they got Larry Fitzgerald on still on staff. The quarterback is MLB, NFL / this, whatever. I would have went out to the checkbook. Go out to a couple of them first round. Get a couple of second round picks if you're going to get anything. You ain't get enough for David Johnson. But that's the blockbuster trade. Austin Hooper and left Atlanta, then went to the Browns. Agreed, 4 years, $44 million. That's tough. To me, the Browns have to have a consistent quarterback. You got OBJ, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper now. The tight end, I can't call his name out because it's spelled different. It's spelled out of whack or whatnot. You got him, and you got you got a lot of pieces over there, but you don't have a quarterback that's consistent. And I think the year, let's see, last year was his what? Sophomore year. I mean, sophomore slump could be good. He could come out this year and be a boss, but I just think if he's more consistent, then yeah, I feel it. But he's got to be consistent first. Let's see. I will tell you this. The Rams are looking to trade Todd Gurley, and it's about time. The Rams and running backs have not been good for the past 3 years. It's time to it's definitely time to look into getting something for Ty Gurley. I mean, one, he's accident prone. And he's never gonna be healthy until he be able to sit at least a year. And he don't have that much time left. I mean, he's been in the league, what, 5, 6, 7 years? He ain't got that much time left on them kneecaps. And he's already inconsistent anyway, so, you know. I just think it's, you know, it ain't if you're gonna shop him somewhere where he can't compete in your conference. So like he might end up in a place like Buffalo. That'd be a good little spot for him to go sit. Buffalo, Denver, places like that. Shop with somebody that's got some, you know, can give you some revenue for him. You know what I'm saying? Denver still got a quarterback, which they need all kind of help, and John Elway needs to sell the team, whatever with it. That's how that goes. But free agency pool is heating up. I credit the NFL for going on, even though this coronavirus has really made it difficult to say, okay, we need blah, 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 blah. I just think that a lot of things could have still took place. Sports could still be going on. I mean, the corona. Don't get me wrong. We have a lot of things that are shutting down because of this coronavirus, but where did it come from? How is it being contained? What is it relevant to sports right now? What relevancy? What relevancy is it to sports right now? That's what I need to know, because we've lost a lot of sports, and video games are going to get an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing left to do is to play video games and stream that out or whatever. It's hard, but the NFL and the free agency pool, so we got that, yada, yada, yada. We're going to kill it. You see, I'm rocking my Unique, my franchise tag Unique. I got to have that on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have him one more year. For long, all the Jaguars that they left the party gonna be over there on the wall and stuff. So probably have to put up another wall for the Jaguar scene. Yeah, I don't just sit in that comment box. Now I know y'all got questions. I got answers. Tannehill, $118 million. Is he worth that? Hell no. But it is better. I think signing Tannehill to a decent deal. I think the deal's decent. Whatever. I think he deserves some of that money. I'm $118 million. Hell no. Matt Ryan don't deserve $118 million. But signing Tannehill to $118 million, that's some pressure. But what was on the market for you? What was on the market for them to get? A Phillip Rivers, been in the league 15 years, old, can't get it done. You see the Chargers parted ways with him. Waiting on to see what Tom Brady wanted to do. No, waste of time, waste of energy. You don't have the pieces in place for Tom Brady, and Derrick Henry is the leader of that team. That's why he got franchise tag. Derrick Henry, don't get me wrong. Everybody's saying, well, why Derrick Henry get that big contract? Derrick Henry's been with the Titans. The Titans drafted Derrick Henry. So to see Derrick Henry get a big check after he had one breakout year. This is his first breakout year. Oh my God, rushing title. They got him to the conference championship, even though they didn't win the conference. You know what I'm saying? I think it was good. Franchise tag him, start the year good. I mean, this is just to make sure that, you know, he gonna be with the team through the 2020 season. And I think mid-year, if he's having that moment, those moments, I think he's going to get their money. They're going to pay him big. But right now, let's just get Tannehill paid up because we need a quarterback. Mariota wasn't the answer, and they drafted him first round, right? Tannehill was drafted first round. But that's mostly what I'm saying. There we go. So I just think, hold up, my bad, y'all, my bad. I'm a little fresh. I'm a little jittery. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for some sports, man. I've been waiting patiently, and then everything got canceled because the little sickly virus or whatever. So you know, like I've been excited for some sports talk. You know what I'm saying? More free agency. Calais Campbell is a Raven, and we got a fifth round. Yeah, I call him we. We got a fifth round draft pick for him. That's the clip some space. AJ Bouye. Where did Bouye go? It went somewhere. I don't know, but it's just the clip space. I mean, that's all they doing. And then we already got two quarterbacks in ready. We got two running backs ready. And we made a draft now. That's good. But Shaq Lawson going to the Dolphins. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the Dolphins in a bit second. But let's talk about a couple free agents that are still out there waiting to be picked up. Chris Harris Jr., DB, Byron Jones, Xavier Rhodes, Desmond Trufant. It's a lot of little different people that's out there waiting and patiently waiting and stuff like that. Mariota still needs a contract. Somebody get him right for the summer. I think a Mariota could go to a Buffalo. I think Buffalo he'll look good in Buffalo. I actually signed him to be a backup in Arizona. To back up Kyler Murray. Because how long will you go before it's time to say okay, whatever, to a Kyler Murray? Tom Brady. Let's talk a little Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady will. I gotta put it over here because I can't see it over there. Mariota to the nah. He's not. That's not a John Gruden type quarterback. Gruden likes somebody. He likes a gunslinger more than a running back / quarterback type situation. He definitely won't land in a Raider uniform. That's not something John Gruden like. Gruden like somebody like think Rich Gannon type situation. You know what I'm saying? Who else he had? Brad Johnson. That's type of quarterbacks he like. That type right there. So that's how that goes. So I don't really have it lined up, but I do think the Dolphins will be a playoff team this year. I know a lot of people thinking like, why the hell he think that? One, they have a total of 15 picks this coming draft. They picked 3 times in the first round, and it's like right in between each other. Like they might pick one time, they're gonna pick at 5, then they're gonna pick at 18, then right back at 26. Like they're gonna start it, end it, middle it, and then end it. That but like I said, it's he said with the new schedule it's very possible. Indeed, right. And then you still gotta think about it like they're gonna get more time to get ready for the season because of this virus crap or whatever. So, but anyway, like I said before I tackle them, the NFL league will start on time. Can't really give you no update on what basketball doing because I think they're kind of asleep right now. But it's like I said, I think a lot of people are really just not ready to hear. Like sports is moving, but it ain't moving like right there. But anyway, Dak got the franchise tag. And Coop is getting to test the free agency. Is that a bad idea for Jerry Jones? Let me explain something to the Dallas Cowboy community or whatnot. Yeah, see, and the NBA is gonna run right into the NFL, and that's gonna be a whole bunch of mess. But we're gonna get a lot of sports right around June, July, August. I mean, it ain't gonna be the cutoff point no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, right when I think the playoffs usually end around like March Madness ends around, and then we crown a champion in March at the end of March, right to April. Then like mid-April we get the playoffs. April, May. I think the playoffs stopped in like May, like mid-May, something like that. And then we get that cutoff June, July, August. And then, like you get the spring game in like June or something. Like you get the A game like right in between all that. But then you turn around and get, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's like when the NBA comes back and college basketball comes back, they're gonna run right into the NFL, but they're gonna miss it by a cool month. I think they're all gonna run it. But it's like we're getting that stoppage that we usually get in between, right after the playoffs is over, right at the NBA finals is over with, we get that like 2-month drought of no sports. Just get the sports that like the sports we don't watch. After that, you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna have a lot of sports right there in between that little stoppage point. But it is what it is. I mean, sometimes you just need that little bit. I think a lot of this stuff that is taking place, especially with the NBA, the basketball season, I think a lot of it just taking place like this because they want to see what this new CBA bargaining deal they just got, and they also want to see how would it look by going further down the line or whatnot. That's the only thing I can see about that right there. Now let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm kind of skipping around because like it's still a little fresh to me. So like I'm trying to get everyone update every day from here and on out because NFL still give me some things to talk about, and MLB canceled. It's like a lot of sports just canceled out, and you know what I'm saying. So I guess we can get some sports or whatnot. Right. So the Cowboys. This is what the Cowboys have to understand. Cowboys community. This is what they have to understand. Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett were like this, right? And whatever mess up Jason Garrett had, blah, 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 Jerry Jones cared nothing about that, right? So in the process, the fans calling for Jason Garrett here after 10 to 15 years of being the coach, blah, blah, blah. Let's go back. Let's run the timeline back just a little bit. Okay. Tony Romo had Dez Bryant, but at that, Dez Bryant was right there in the midst of his prime. But Dak Prescott now has Zeke, right? Troy Aikman didn't have not Troy Aikman. Tony Romo didn't have a dominant running back. Dak has Zeke. He's got Coop. He had who the tight end was? Jason Witten. The Dallas defense has always been here, not that high up. You know what I'm saying? They defense ain't been good in a while. So like, but when you call for Jason Garrett's head, you got to understand you was calling for too much at the point of time. That got an exclusive franchise tag, right? Zeke got all that money. Coop can't get paid. Lawrence got all that money. And then Jerry Jones pays his players, but he does it on his time. He's not going to do it on the time that everybody wants him to do it on. So with that being said, calling for Jason Garrett's head, and he knew he had to step up to the plate and move Jason Garrett out of the way. But let's do a rundown. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers won that Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy had nothing to do with that, and they couldn't get along. They also terminated this guy after he won him a Super Bowl. So bringing him in, can he take Dallas to a Super Bowl? Can he coach Dallas up to a Super Bowl? Not with that damn quarterback they got sitting back there. Not with Dak Prescott. So you're going to have to sit in line and let Jerry Jones do what Jerry Jones do. Jerry Jones has to bring in somebody quarterback-wise that's going to help. Dak Prescott is a decent quarterback, but he is not $100 million worth. I mean, then they offered him $33 million. He turned it down. So with that being said, you got to pick and choose, because if we're going to call out the coach, Jason Garrett was his boy. That was his boy. So we're going to call out a coach, right? If we're going to call out the coach, Okay, well y'all sit back and chill now. We got the coach out of here. Let's make a move. It's still time. The season hasn't even started yet. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't even started yet, and now you're worrying about if Coop's gonna make a free agent appearance or whatnot. He can't be looking to get paid. He can't be looking for no check. He's decent, but he ain't shut down. I mean, he ain't top 5 wide receivers in the league. Not right now. Where he gonna go and get a fat check? I know he don't want to go nowhere else and just, you know what I'm saying? You're part of America's team. Like I said, I just think Dallas fans, community, need to hold up for a second. Let Jerry Jones get through this draft first, and then talk about what we gonna do next with the Dak situation. But I think that contract is solid. But he don't want to be there either. Because, I mean, you turn down $33 million, 5 years, $33 million? That's about $100 million. Turn that down and see the tag. The exclusive franchise tag on Dak will last at least until next season. So they can go with the dance of trying to sign him to a long-term deal. He's not going to want to sign one now. He felt like he should have got paid faster than Zeke did. And to be honest, he got a point. But I wouldn't have gave neither one of them no contract just yet. You got Dak out of the 5th round in the draft, and you produce some numbers and stuff like that. But I had to put some bodies around you for you to do that. You wasn't gonna do it by itself. He decent. I don't know. Shouts out to Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins just got a 2-year extension. You know what I'm saying, in Minnesota, and Minnesota still ain't. They all right. But they get to the same spot every year and get shut down by the same team every year. Never fail. So, you know, I just think that's about them. A lot of teams haven't even made any splashes in the free agency right now. You know what I'm saying? So I just think give it some time. Give it a little time. It's what, day 1, day 2? He said you like that. It's decent. It was all right. You got to give me a thumbs up, though, if you got any thumbs up to give out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I get a couple of likes on this little video situation. I was looking for somebody else, but they said they had something for me. But, I don't know. I'll just leave it alone. I'm going to leave it at that. So, let's talk Miami. Dolphins. Best free agency team moving right now. That's my opinion. Best free agency team moving right now, the Dolphins. Dolphins got 15 picks in this 2020 draft coming up, right? The Dolphins also... What's up? He said Hopkins trade was stupid. Eric Underwood, let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about that, because I was going to talk Dolphins, and I know you're a Dolphins fan. I was going to talk Dolphins, but let me explain to you something about that. Bill O'Brien, first of all, is a terrible coach. You have one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. Oh man, it's tough. You got one of the best top 10 quarterbacks in the league right now, right? You also got top 5 wide receivers in the league. Deshaun is due for a big check now. And Hopkins is not getting... It's nothing they can do for Hopkins because they're not going to win a championship. I know you're a Saints fan. I thought you was your dad for a minute. My bad. But anyway, DeAndre Hopkins going to Arizona does nothing for his career, right? Because he's going to go there. They have a subpar, right? That's what your name says. They have a subpar quarterback with a brand new coach. So it's really, they really moved him for cap space. Get rid of one of your best players and hope for the best. They still got a nice defense and they still got a nice defense. So it's still movement going on. You know what I'm saying? And you still got the draft, so you really haven't lost. I mean, you got to think about it. The Texans gonna pick uh late first round. It be some wide receivers on the market by then. You know what I'm saying? And then they needed a running back, but I don't know. I'm not. You know. Right. That too, and it's a lot of free agents like the free agent signings and stuff. Like it's right here. You gotta think about this. Think about it like this. Think about it like this. If there's nothing for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's they have. I mean, like Deshaun Watson is now the leader of that team, right? Hopkins will always be 1,000 yards, you know what I'm saying? But he's getting old. His contract is big, and like they can't pay both of them. Best believe Deshaun Watson's gonna get a fat check here soon, a fat check. But you can't pay both of them. Not both. Now you can't give them both that big time contract. Why would you? I mean, DeAndre Hopkins has been in the league what 8 years. His little time's gonna be running out too, and he's not getting close to a Super Bowl. And in order for the Texans to move towards a Super Bowl visiting team in the Super Bowl or beating whoever the conference champion is, all that other stuff like that, they gotta get rid of Bill O'Brien. That's their whole problem. Their coaching staff is trash. So to me, the trade was stupid. I wouldn't got rid of my best player for a washed up running back with back problems when I got 2-3 other washed up running backs on my staff, and for a draft pick. No, man, they got a second round draft pick for him. I understand that you said the trade was stupid. I agree, the trade was stupid, but they done it for cap space. They done it to move some things around and open up some doors for some fresh meat to get in there. And then, I mean, they really did him a favor. I mean, go off and show out and go make Kyler Murray a better quarterback. Because Deshaun Watson gonna be Deshaun Watson regardless. They can't protect him either. I know you seen how the Chiefs lit them up in the second half. Yeah, he injury prone. A lot of running backs in the league right now injury prone. They can't. It ain't what it used to be. The Rams are trying to shop Todd Gurley because his knees are not what they used to be. Now, after them first 3-4 years in the league, running backs are like watered down. You know what I'm saying? So I think just it's more of get it right you can. Get it in while you can and move from now like that. But right now it's just get in where you can and hope for the best. I think San Francisco just reload. I mean, they ain't reloading. San Francisco's gonna sit just like they is. I do think San Francisco's gonna need a quality wide receiver. I think they also gonna need league turn into a running quarterback league. Right. And all the quarterbacks in the league can't run. That's just mostly the ones we see. The ones from the draft class 3 years ago. Dak, 3 and 4 years ago. Dak, Russell. Just them quarterbacks like that. Nothing major. The Saints. Where is Teddy Bridgewater going at? Who you gonna keep? Teddy, Taysom Hill, Tyson, whatever his name is, Sean Hill. I don't know what his name is, or Drew Brees. I need to know what's gonna happen because Drew Brees is entering his final times, and caught up with a lot of these quarterbacks, and I think that's why Phillip Rivers haven't signed a big contract yet. Because I mean, been in the league 15 years, bro, with the same team. You should have been thinking about free agency. Yeah, they keep it Taysom Hill and Drew. So what about Bridgewater? What about Bridgewater? I don't think Bridgewater is a starting quarterback. If that's what a lot of people are saying about him right now, like he's got time to be a starting quarterback. No, I don't think so. Not yet. He's still backup material. But if I'm Bridgewater, yeah, if I'm Bridgewater, I'd be looking at Miami. I'd be trying to be on the phone with them. Hey, can I come work out for y'all? You know what I'm saying? Cause think about this. Miami's gonna draft a quarterback at pick 5. And it's liable to be Tua Tagovailoa or Justin Herbert or Jordan Love. Yeah. Or Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Miami, I'm either looking at Bridgewater, Mariota. I know I'm gonna draft a quarterback first round, but I'm looking at Bridgewater, Mariota. That's just something to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Fitzpatrick, don't get me wrong, throw for 3,500 yards last year. And they won their last, I think, out of their last 5 games, they won their last 3. Or the 3 out of the last 5 games they played, they won them and whatnot, including beating Tom Brady and the Patriots. So that's another upgrade status. You know what I'm saying? The Saints will pick when? Late? I have a breaking news update. The Colts trade number 13 overall pick to the 49ers for DeForest Buckner of the 49ers. Wow, that's a big blowout. That is a big blowout. Wow. Oh, yeah. Justin Jefferson's going early. He might be a Jaguar. Oh, man. And the Bears are looking at, oh, man, the free agency is kicking in right now. It is getting hot in here. But breaking news, the Colts trade their number 13 pick to the 49ers for defensive tackle DeForest Buckner and agreed a deal to pay him $21 million a year. Indeed. The Bears, hold on, I got some more heat for you. The Bears are focusing on trading for Andy Dalton or Nick Foles. That is big for Chicago fans everywhere. Andy Dalton or Nick Foles. That could be huge because Nick Foles got an $88 million contract from the Jaguars, and shipping him off and keeping Gardner Minshew, and still I would ship him off and give me a draft pick, first round type situation. So they ain't really got none because they did what they had to do. But Nick Foles to the Bears would be crazy. Yep. But it's a lot of little moves going on right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of little things going on. I'm glad we live so we can get it together. You know what I'm saying? And make sure everything is everything. Man, it's crazy though. I know y'all like my little setup, man. I chose to do it up front this way because this actually I was finna stream a video game. No, that would be a good trade. Andy Dalton to the No, I think Andy Dalton's way better than Mitchell Trubisky, first of all. Second of all, Andy Dalton ain't had a wide receiver in 3 years. AJ Green has been there, and AJ Green's rookie year, them boys was playoff bound until Burferick got the personal foul call on him that turned the game left, and them boys won at the end of the game or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Andy Dalton, after every season after that, Andy Dalton ain't had a wide receiver to throw the ball to. They also haven't had a running game in forever. Andy Dalton is a better quarterback than Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles. If you put any quarterback on that Philadelphia team that won that Super Bowl, anybody could have won the Super Bowl with that Philadelphia team. The only reason Nick Foles got that because Carson Wentz got him halfway there, but like look at what he had to throw the ball to. He had an Alshon Jeffrey, a Zach Ertz, Deshaun went over there. What's that little boy name? But that boy had like Angelari. I can't call his first name. Angelari. Them boys had plenty wide receivers over there. So you sent Mitchell Trubisky to Bears team with a healthy offensive line, a a good little a mid grade running back core. I think they might need a wide receiver or two, maybe, but whatever. But then they got a nice tight end, and the defense is crazy. Oh, Andy Dalton will be in heaven. Mitchell Trubisky's not gonna get it done. I would trade for Andy Dalton. If you trade for Nick Foles has got a big contract that you're gonna have to fulfill. You can't fulfill that right now because unless you give up some draft picks, and some money, or you're gonna have to give up some more than just whatever. And Nick Foles got an $88 million contract. That's a big contract. Khalil Mack's making that just about that same money on that defense. So I will go after Andy Dalton. He's not worth nothing. They probably can get 2 picks for him. 2 picks and a bag of tater chips for Andy Dalton. And they're thinking, like I said, nobody expected Tannehill to go to the Titans and be 2 minutes away from going to the damn Super Bowl. Think about that for a second. We're talking about Ryan Tannehill, drafted by Miami in the first round. I think he was the first overall pick, or at least the second or the third overall pick in the first round, and tore his ACL same year, tore his ACL next year, but 2 bad knees, and couldn't start a game to save his life, and then he gets benched and then traded to the Titans, and he's 2 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl. And you telling me Andy Dalton can't go to the Chicago Bears and flourish? Come on, man, you crazy. You're crazy. They also got defense. The Titans also have a nice defense. Nobody pays the Titans defense no attention because there's no names. There's no names on that defense. So nobody really gives that defense an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So in the process, the defense still had to play their part too now. They had Kansas City. No, right. I mean, Derrick Henry, don't get me wrong, Derrick Henry did lead that team to wherever they needed to go. But Tannehill made some plays too now. I mean, if I could throw the ball 12 for 18, 177, 180 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions, and my running back has 200 yards rushing and we get a win, that's a plus. That's a plus. I franchise tag the running back. I give Tannehill 118 million for him to get better because nobody knows what Tannehill plays like because he only touched the field week 6, week 7, the damn league, it was damn near over with. Don't forget, Deshaun Watson won that conference, that division. That's why. The Titans didn't win a division. The Texans did. And you see what happened to them in the first round. When they got to play, hold on, give me a second. Damn, tripping. If y'all need to know, this is a Unique Ngakoue jersey. I know a lot of y'all keep staring at it like, who is number 91? That is Unique Ngakoue, franchise tag. He will play with us 1 more year. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's you really gotta put it in perspective. Let's put it in perspective now. Andy Dalton to the Bears, that'd be some pressure. They will be a contender. And it's not too many contenders in the NFC right now. You got let's call it like you see it. Maybe top 3, top 4, 5, like the top teams in the NFC. San Francisco's number 1. Behind them might be Seattle, Green Bay. That's about it. That's it. San Francisco, Seattle, Green Bay. And that's it. Like who else off the NFC side really was relevant last year? You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. Like we if we're gonna go and be a part of whatever, but mostly it's just let's get everybody on the same page first, and then once we get everybody on the same page, then we can go and say whatever, so on and so forth. I do not think Colin Kaepernick. I just got that email address. Somebody sent me a message said, "What about Colin Kaepernick?" No, Colin Kaepernick will not be in the NFL again. He can go to the XFL or the Canadian League, but he would not be an NFL quarterback ever again. He talked too much, and I don't blame him. It's simple. What y'all got for me? I see y'all out there. hanging on. And make sure I get a little like and a little thumbs up, man. A little thumbs up and stuff like that. If you ain't not a subscriber, subscribe. We at 90. I haven't done a show on YouTube in a while, but we're at 90. I'm on Twitch too. If you like to come to Twitch and holler at me, come to Twitch and holler at me. La 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 la. La 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 la. He said I wouldn't trust him. That's just me though. They better get Nick Foles, get Dalton. Nick Foles, get Dalton, might as well keep Mitchell. No, that's not right. That's not right. I think it's just a lot of, it's just talk right now. It's still heating up. It's still heating up. But we're probably gonna be live tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, right here on YouTube with more updates and all that good stuff. But what y'all got for me though? I am not gonna go into. We get this deal that's coming through. I think they just traded Ty Gurley. I'm trying to catch it, but it ain't came through yet though. The Will Kane show is live too. Ooh. And y'all got quiet. No, I'm just kidding. Look, we about to roll up out of here though. It's been a nice show for me. I appreciate everybody who came through and helped me get myself together. This is my first time back, and I felt good about it, so I had to get one put together. Shout out to my guy Chris Odell, newest member of the 28 and the Neff Knows podcast, or the Neff Knows show. It's not podcast anymore, it's show. I know the intro said what's the name, but it's shout out to Chris Odell, feel me? He's part of the show now, so get ready to see him soon on camera and all that good stuff. Shout out to G, just had his baby boy, Caden Wright. So Caden Michael Wright. Shout out to everybody that, just tunes in, man. Like I said, it's my first day back. I wasn't expecting a big blowout. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody who came back. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that came back and back messing with me and all that good stuff. I promise you, I'm going to start being more consistent. I have a team now. You know what I'm saying? We have a team now, and okay, yeah, right. My bad. I ain't see no lights up there either, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. But everything's everything, man. Like it's we definitely got to get the ball rolling. I got a big surprise for Chris when we finally get him on the show. So it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. So that's all I got though. It's the Neff Knows show. I'm Neff, and y'all get at me. I ain't gonna tell y'all yet, but I'm out. Be safe. Coronavirus, you suck.